Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to describe what a good day is like. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. One of the most common questions I think you can get asked every day is, how are you feeling today, or how are you doing? And I think when you've had a chronic illness for a while, or your family knows you've been going through a chronic illness for a while, you can sometimes forget that the fact that your definition of good is different compared to theirs. I think when I tell people I'm having a good day or that I'm feeling relatively okay, that they think everything is perfect in that moment. And that's not just the reality of the situation. So I thought I would take the time and describe what exactly a good day means to me in terms of IIH and or migraines. A good day for me is one in which I can get a workout in. If I'm feeling well enough to do a workout, it usually means I've gone through that mental checklist that I've talked about. So I'm usually less for symptoms. I'm usually not having any trouble with dizziness. I usually have a little bit more energy that day. And it usually just is basically a checklist of boxes. And if I'm able to get in a workout, that usually means it's a good day. It particularly means that now because I do that mental checklist before doing a workout, because I like to try and make sure that I'm not going to pay for my workout by having a bunch of days afterwards where I'm not feeling well. Because if you sometimes overdo it, you can take your energy away from the upcoming days, or even put yourself into a really bad cycle when you do things you shouldn't. I'm really trying to work with myself and understand that when I have a bad day, I should be taking that into consideration, not just pushing through it. That's become a little bit easier now that I'm not trying to actively lose weight. I'm just trying to maintain. So it's a little bit easier than what it used to be in that way. I used to be really picky because I knew I had to pretty much meet a certain calorie burn for the week in order to lose weight. A good day for me is when I can have a shower without needing a whole bunch of rest afterwards. So I often tell people that I do have to rest after taking a shower. Good days means 15 to 20 minute rest. A bad day can be up to an hour. So a shower takes a lot of energy for me. I don't know if it's partly because I often shower after doing a workout. So that's majorly when I'm showering, because I try to get in a workout 3 or 4 times a week. But even on the days I don't do a workout and still need to have a shower, whether it's for something coming up or whether something I have to do, the time varies. It's usually a longer rest period after showering when I have a workout, because I've just expended a lot of energy and usually don't have a lot of energy after that. But I do take a 10-minute break in between my workout and showering, or I try to. If I don't do that, I feel it later on in the day. A good day for me means that my pain levels is 3 to 4. I've talked about this quite extensively on the channel actually, so I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of details, but I'll put up one video right here of one that I suggest you check out and learn more about what that 3 to 4 actually means, but I'll just summarize it just again quickly for those of you who are new. So a 3 to 4 for me means that if I pay attention to the pain that I'm having, because there's usually a little bit every single day, but if I pay attention to it, it will become the center of my attention. At 3 to 4 though, it means that if it's there, but I don't pay attention to it, I won't even hardly notice it. Honestly, I'm starting to have a lot more pain days that are about a 2. So that means virtually nothing. 0 to 2 is like the dream days. Those are the days where I'm not having any pain at all. And no matter what I do that day, I don't have any pain. That usually hardly ever happens even now. But there are some days that it does actually happen where I'll have a 1 to 2 pain level, and it's honestly just such a treat when that happens. So that's almost a very good day when the pain level gets to a 2 or lower. A good day to me is one in where I can think clearly without really any effort. So a lot of you may engage with me on social media, and there are some days where replying to a comment or replying to a message or thinking about something that somebody asked me can be a really big challenge. So a good day for me is a day that I can reply without any issues and my brain seems to be functioning fairly quickly. So some days it's a really tough thing to have my brain think clearly and exactly where I want it to go in the moment. But there's not just the pain that factors into that. There's brain fog that comes along with both of these two conditions. And brain fog is something that's really, really hard to work with. It's not only something that's hard to work with because you don't feel like you're all there, but it's something that's hard to work with because as somebody who's used to being really quick on my answers and then not being able to be really quick on my answers, it's extremely frustrating that you feel like your brain's not working at its peak capacity. The last one I will go over for today is a good day for me means that my symptoms are minimal. I often have very little headache or no headache at all on a good day. So this is what I mean when I say I'm having a good day. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have 0 symptoms. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have no pain. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything is perfect. But a good day is about 80%. I like to describe it at about 80% of what I used to be before I had either IIH or migraines. If you're enjoying my content, please feel free to subscribe. Remember that it's completely free. It just allows us to reach more people with IIH and migraines. When you're subscribing, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my upcoming future content. If you enjoyed this particular video, be sure to give it a like. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to like and follow. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye everyone.